Hello and a very good afternoon from Belfast and the Kingspan Stadium, where we have live Celtic Challenge action as the combined provinces take on a Welsh development side. With me today on commentary, I'm delighted to be joined by former Ulster and Ireland international Eliza Downey. Eliza, you were here a number of weeks ago when the combined provinces had a super win over the Thistles. What are you expecting today?
Yeah, Stuart, really excited to be here again today. I think that performance that the combined provinces put in against the Thistles was comprehensive. They knew what they were doing, they had purpose in how they played, and it was exciting rugby to watch. I think today might be a bit of a different beast. This is a physical Welsh side, and they ran them very close the last day. So I think this combined provinces not only want to up their game, but want to finish strong.
Yeah, you touched on it there. These two sides played in Cardiff the end of January there. Combined provinces coming out on top. So the WRU, they'll want to get revenge today.
Yeah, big time. Look, they're well capable of it as well, and they'll know more about this combined provinces side. Yes, there's changes in various positions today and a lot of exciting new players coming on, but again, matched on the other side with this Welsh team. So again, I think we've got an exciting day ahead of us.
Yeah, if we touch on the combined provinces, their backline looks pretty talented out there. Is that something you're looking forward to seeing?
Yeah, I suppose the last day, just the combinations, the lines that they were running. For girls that necessarily don't play week in, week out with each other, they knew how to play off each other. They knew the tempo of the game, the communication. I mean, you could hear it, and hopefully you'll hear it again today, and just how they're communicating from each side of the pitch to each other. And I think that is going to be hopefully the thing that pushes them over the line today again.
Yeah, well, before we get started, let's see a few highlights from a couple of weeks ago against the Thistles.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Kingspan Stadium for this Celtic Challenge match between the combined provinces 15 and the Thistles. I'm Graham Dewhurst and I'll be taking you through this afternoon alongside Eliza Downey. Eliza, welcome. Looking forward to this?
Yeah, really excited, Graham. I think there's a real opportunity for a few players today to shine through, and yeah, just a really exciting event.
Opportunity from the province early on. Here goes out to O'Brien, all the way along this back line, really fired against the Wales Development 15, and they're going again with a huge handoff. Great run. Oh, is she going to go all the way? Surely she is. It's Hartley, take a boy. Yeah. That big right hand is powerful. And there we go. O'Brien adds the extras, so it's the combined provinces 15 who lead the Thistles by 7.
That was a great run. Really, strength went through 3 different players.
Yeah, just go. Well, one went high, one went low, and they still couldn't quite bring her down. So there's some fantastic talent out here this afternoon. Another scrum. I do love a good scrum. Here we go. And they've been a real good battleground. What a pick there. O'Connor hammers forward, leading from the front. Nice round the corner. Oh, and it's all the way over. Is that over? It's a great try.
Into their game again.
And there, added the extras. Perfect tally from O'Brien so far. It would have felt like a totally different game.
Yeah, the threats are there from them. Their scrum is working well. It'll be interesting to see how they get on here.
Yeah, this will be massive. Combined provinces really give them a shove. And this time, it is very solid for the Thistles. They need to get it away though. Scuffle became making a real nuisance. Herself as a charge down. Who's going to get on it? Oh, it's combined provinces, and there's the try.
Excellent. It's Maeve O'Leary again. Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see what will happen now in the next 10 minutes. Are those heads going to go down from the Scottish side, or are they going to come back fighting and try and get that cohesion into their game again? Lovely. It's not just that bit of give her an inch. She's got the burners on. She's got a bit of footwork. But that worked for the provinces there when they took it right to it. Earlier we've seen the Thistles being able to push up and nearly intercept, or the provinces not getting the ball away.
Just that prop turning up in the right place, little basketball pass over the top.
You could see them setting up. They knew what they wanted to do, and that's...
It's out the left-hand side.
Here we go.
This is who they want to get it to. McGee. Oh, cuts back inside. Beautiful running. Now she goes on the outside. It's going to be a one-on-one. She's going to get her second of the afternoon.
Right in.
Oh,
excellent.
Goodness me.
Yeah, it was like a hot knife through butter. The minute that ball hit her hand, she knew what she wanted to do, and she just runs with confidence. Her footwork, just a real...
These constant scrums from both sides. Great pick-up. O'Connor, who's done really well. Oh, that's a beautiful break. Well, there you go. Almost out of nothing there. fantastic from Aoife Dalton.
Yeah, I think
That'll
it's
hurt.
from that kick-off.
And there, O'Brien. Just turning for the provinces, but good ball out. O'Brien offloads it nicely. All the way along this back line again, and it's a great set of hands, and it's all the way out to Roberts. Roberts going to keep her his off. McGee can do it. Roberts can do it too.
Yeah. Do you know what? That was lovely set up. We saw the black.
Play on from the referee. Provence is still in possession. Oh, lovely show and go, breaking through a few more tackles. Is she going to win?
Yes,
Nick
she
Avern!
is.
Oh, just short as she's
in.
there. What a stretch!
Do you know what? It's not the first time I've watched her score a try like that where she's going again and again and again.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
You spoke about it earlier there, how the attacking intent, but really we've just seen it in action.
Yeah, I know those girls. I think that link, which is really exciting for me, is that mix between 9 and 10. They know what they're doing. Great players, they have vision, and I think that there's a new partnership in centre today, but Dalton was really strong the last day and just really punchy and always the first in the support play. So I think if we can see more of that, they were building on that the last day, and I think actually if they up that again today, we'll see more tries.
Yeah, you've touched on it there, Save McGrath, Nick Avard there, Christy Hannay, Claude O'Halloran, Fiona Chute, Brittany Hogan, Hannah O'Connor, Molly Boyne. The pack, and then you mentioned 9 and 10 there, Scuffle McCabe and Dan O'Brien. So, you know, and out the back, Aoife Doyle in the wing and Natasha Bain. So there's plenty of pace as well.
Yeah, look, there's pace there. I think it's peppered this squad with experience, but I think the number of young players as well that are playing confidently, they're enjoying their rugby and they're linking up well with each other. And there seems to be like a really good vibe in that camp.
Yeah, look, it's heavily littered there by Blackrock and Railway, you can say, and Old Belvedere as well, 3 clubs, but like there's other names there as well to stand out.
Yeah, I think the big thing about this combined provinces side is that, you know, throughout the full squad that was picked, there's strong representation across all the provinces, and between experienced players and new players that are really being given a chance to show what they can do. And I think this competition is offering a really great opportunity for Greg McWilliams and his coaching team to see what these girls can do for a really competitive Six Nations squad.
And a big day for McGrath there, big start for her.
Yeah, big day for her, big day for Donegal. Yeah, I think she'll be really excited. A few little nerves there, but you know, we all know ourselves when we get out in the pitch, she knows what job she has to do. The first time she gets the ball in her hand, she'll want a good strong carry, and then in that scrum to just settle in and do what she needs to do. So yeah, plenty of nerves and plenty of excitement, I'd say.
Yeah, if we have a quick look at the WRU Development 15, again, I suppose the name that stand out there is Robin Wilkins. You know, she made her Welsh debut at the age of 18. What is she now, only 26 and still going very strong?
I know, imagine being called a veteran at the age of 26. Like, again, experienced player, the playmaker on the pitch, and they'll probably be looking to her today to control a lot of the game and to really look at that back three with this combined provinces side to see if she can put anything in behind to put a little bit of pressure on.
And Niamh Terry outside her 12, she seems to be able to play everywhere, 15, 9, whatever you want.
Yeah, look, the ultimate utility back. I think wherever you're going to pop her today, I think they're going to look to see how Terry and De Vera play off each other. But again, they showed up well in the other game, so yeah. Yeah,
De Vera, she's young. She's, you know, Scarlet's under 18s and played actually last year in the Six Nations Festival as well. So she's got a big future there at outside centre.
Yeah, look, we're seeing a few names on both sides coming from that Six Nations Festival, and I think that's great to see, Stuart, because all these competitions, there's purpose in them. It's blooding new players, new talent. It's giving them the opportunity to play on the bigger stages.
Yeah, and speaking of bigger, they do have a big pack. Dinapolo, Evans and Carr, the front three.
Yeah, I think they'll be relying on them today. Like, that pack is very physical, and the likes of McGrath and the front row will have a lot of pressure put on them.
Yeah, as we wait, the two teams coming out. What are these moments like coming out just before a big game?
Yeah, like this is what you train and you play for, that moment of going out and actually getting to play the game and get stuck in. So look, everything's to play for today.
Yes, Blackrock College, Hannah O'Connor taking her team out in that back row. It's dynamic with Boyne and Hogan.
Yeah, and plenty of experience there as well. They're going to carry that ball hard. They are going to play a little bit of different rugby. They have that sevens experience to play off, so it keeps the game dynamic and you don't know what's actually going to come from them.
Great to see Joy Neville in the middle today. She'll hope for a good game, but also a running game of rugby.
Yeah, Joy's been here a few times since she ref that World Cup final here back in 2017, so we'll be hoping a strong performance from her as well.
Combined Provinces, of course, in that rather lovely shirt, I must say, and then WRU, the tried and trusted red jersey. Will be Dan O'Brien. Oh, Belvedere fly half. Get this Celtic Challenge match going. As we've mentioned, Provinces unbeaten so far. As the ball into that high wind, O'Halloran hit pretty hard. And there's that intent from the WRU. They have a chance now to move it. Waldron hitting hard in defence. Joy Neville with the arm out. So Wales will have a penalty advantage and a chance to play their cards early on. And there you go, you see the physicality right from the off.
Yeah, like they're playing with intent. I think they're putting their stall out from the very beginning here. And look, we'll see these 5 minutes. I think taking games in 5 minutes, we'll see what team want to put their mark down.
Wilkins, 62 caps for her country, born in Bridgend, playing a rugby with Exeter Chiefs. Of course, the Irish skipper, Nicola Friday, is playing there as well. So I'm sure they exchange a few words during the week. Line out off the top. Reardon to Wilkins. Wales have another advantage. See what their outside backs can do. They can do danger. And what power from the right winger. The last pass just lets them down. Aoife Doyle getting back for what really was a crucial turnover. O'Brien off that left foot. Finds good territory, but geez, that was a great line punching through.
Yeah, let's have a look at this. We talked about intent in that first minute, and look at this break. Just great leg drive. Lots of physicality, and if that had been a Welsh player in the supporting run, they would have ran that in.
Yeah, Amelia Chute. Loughborough Lightning. See why she made the university team of the year a season ago. Kat Evans from Saracens finds her jumper in Monday. They go off the top. Niamh Terry. Combined Provinces trying to spoil the party at the breakdown. Ball there for Reardon. Has runners in Monday from the Pontyclun Falcons club. Nice step from Evans, but she runs back into traffic. Left, right, they're moving either side. Carr next to try her luck. Mundy goes, going through the phases. Or this development side. Reardon looking to keep the ball alive. But the penalty comes. Great work at the breakdown.
Yeah, look, that was really consistent from that Welsh side. They're fond of this long, flat pass, and there's players there waiting. They're also strong one-out runners. So the physicality, we touched on it at the very start. This is what this team are all about, and I think this combined provinces side need to come up and meet them.
Yeah. O'Brien with the top and giving it to her skipper in O'Connor. Scuffle McCabe takes her time. Stan O'Brien keeps this ball in play. So Caitlin Lewis with a knock on. She'll be disappointed with that.
Yeah, look, I suppose you can't really see it today. There is a little bit of a swirling wind, so maybe that was the case. Look, do you know something that's standing out again today is that you've got Dana O'Brien that in these pressure situations, you know, she might be a little bit like a swan, but I just don't see any nerve. She's very calm and collected, and that's what you want from your out half.
Yeah. Of course, made her debut for Ireland in Japan. Really is such a big talent. Seemed to love her at Leinster. As well, Aoife Dalton coming through. Oh, Belvedere doing a fine club job to produce these girls. Get them playing some great rugby. Although they have come from other clubs as well. O'Brien. Great kick across. And the dancing feet of Doyle. Away she goes. Is she going to go all the way? Good ball presentation from the winger. Here's O'Connor. Scuffle McCabe back up. Good fizz off that pass. O'Halloran. O'Brien pointing to her scrum half. Where's that bouncing ball? It's going to be tricky. Lewis kicks it back and only finds her opposite player in Durkin. The bouncing ball. Well kept alive from the red jerseys. Reardon to Wilkins. Durkin to Doyle. Bit static at the moment, but O'Brien is looking to change that. Railway Union's Scuffle McCabe flicks the wrists. Pass probably was too much there from Brittany Hogan. Hardly take a breath here.
Yeah, look, I think this is what I love to see. More of this again today, please. Just the confidence, chipping over the top. Look, Aoife Doyle has pace. She's experienced, and just literally that player just hunting her down there in the end. So that support play is so vital today, Stuart, because I think that'll be the difference between the additional points these girls are going to need at the end of this game.
Line out. Works for the Welsh development team. Reardon switches the point of attack as Carr doesn't get the gain line. Combined Provinces up. Good turnover. I think that was Nick Avard in there. 6 or a 2. She seems to be everywhere.
Yeah, look, she is a really exciting player to watch. She's intelligent, she's pacey, she plays on the edge, and she's looking for the quick tap. She's a bit of a menace on the pitch, but if she's on your side, that's what type of player you want.
How good was she in the Interpros?
Do you know what? She just will try anything. She's exciting. She pops up in different places. Great support player as well. But just, look, you'll see that. I don't think that's the last time we'll see her do that today.
No top try scorer for Munster in the Interpros. Scored against the Thistles last time out as well. As you say, no doubt we'll see her with ball in hand. But defensively there, she was right in the money. Scuffle McCabe takes her time. O'Connor reaches in, gets the ball away. Dalton. Seen plenty of Aoife Doyle in this opening exchanges. The turnover this time comes from Wales. And what a counter that is from Hogan. Tries to go straight through that ruck. Some serious collisions happening in the opening 10 minutes. Wilkins down the tram lines. O'Brien, a bit of a hop, skip and a jump. course, start out at Tullow RFC. They'll be so proud of Dan O'Brien as she weaves a great career at such a young age. Combined Provinces just happy to settle things. You mentioned that wind. It is dangerous. No one seems to be able to take that ball on the full. Cat Evans out the back. Terry with the late switch and Toot. Better this from the away side. Worcester Warriors. Niamh Terry cutting back in. Seen plenty of Cat Evans early on. Dunapolly stretches her legs. Haven't had a score yet, but have some good attacking rugby. Out in front, Yana De Vera kept on to that one. Janek, the open side flanker. Wilkins, probably looking for a few better options. Wheels all very tight at the moment. Terry, can she get that out of the tackle? Not quite yet. Evans has to take that from behind her. So dynamic is the hooker. Good lines of running. Love to know how many phases this has been. Hand over there. Joy Neville says play on. And Waldron spot an opportunity, but just a wee mistake. But I tell you what, might be a score on the board, but great rugby.
Yeah, look, we've just got over 10 minutes played there, and we've been up and down the field a few times. I think what I'm noticing is a little bit of patchy play, and there's a little bit of disconnect from both sides, but when they are connecting well and when the communication's there, it's great, exciting rugby. I think from a combined provinces side, when they're getting that ball out wide quickly, that is definitely working positively for them. And when they've got caught a couple of times by this Welsh side is when there's been a bit of a delay doing that.
This tournament all leading towards the Women's Six Nations just over a month's time. Ireland head to Cardiff in that first game. It's going to be some tournament. We're seeing the best of what to pick from at the moment in front of our eyes. No doubt plenty of these players will be involved in that tournament. Wilkins had nothing on there and puts a good kick through.
Yeah, look, it puts them like further up the pitch. I think we want to see what's happened. Is this going to be our first line out of the day? Yeah, like it'll be interesting to see what this Welsh side did. They were fond of a maul the last day, so we'll see that physicality again, hopefully.
Nick Avard waiting patiently. O'Halloran does the bread and butter. Cat Evans flying out of the line. O'Brien. Something different again. Bouncing ball. Bain just can't quite control it. You can't take your eyes off Dan O'Brien, whether it's left or right. She's always at something.
Yeah, look, that is probably a nightmare for this Welsh side to defend against when she's happy enough to just throw in a crossfield kick there, and it just didn't work out this time. But that's what we want this side to be doing, trying new things.
You talked about it. She seems to have no fear.
No, and this is probably the place to be trying out these things and express themselves and actually see what works and what doesn't, and what type of style this team want to play.
4 caps, 4 Wales. Evans, the line out, works again for Wales. Through the middle was Nick Avard. Ball pretty slow. Wilkins. Terry hit pretty hard. She's got the all-important ball back. And they go the short side. But that's forward. Will be brought back. Combined Provinces defensively look pretty solid.
Yeah, look, they're always getting that tackle in just before the Welsh side build momentum on the outside. So I think, like, defences, they're working well round the corner. I think the communication is really good, as I said before, for a group of girls that haven't had that much time together.
Scuffle McCabe waits again. 15 for our club, now at 9. Can do both pretty well. Scrum's going backwards. Wales putting plenty of pressure on at the set piece. Hannah O'Connor cleans up very well. Wales have their mitts on it. Not getting much change. O'Brien looks for a touch and finds it. Goes back to the tried and tested there.
Yeah, just alleviate a bit of pressure. Like, I think they had set up, you couldn't see it on screen, but that backline, that Combined Provinces backline, had something exciting set up on the outside. So I'm really interested to see that they're going to hopefully run a few set pieces today and see how they pan out.
Well, they've had 2 bonus point wins in the opening couple of games, but we're still waiting for them to kick fully into life, this Combined Provinces team. The Welsh side, as you mentioned, are here to play and here to win.
Yeah, look, there's no score on the board yet, and it's pretty evenly matched in different ways. Each team are playing a different style of rugby.
Evans looks over, but Reardon gets back in control. Terry giving her marching orders. Molly Boyne, I think, there was in. But not ruling away. Wales will have another penalty. You can hear shouts of go. And Reardon duly obliges and flicks the wrists. And Mundy is on her shoulder. Another one of this crew from Pontyclun Falcons. Is that offside? Looks to be. Probably needless penalties at the moment. It's not the scrum half, it's Terry at inside centre. Looks to pick up the pace. Dragons Academy in Reardon. She's looked pretty good. McAvoy spoiling again at that post and pillar. Big hits from Molly Boyne and co. Got to roll away and they do. Wilkins, the bouncing ball. O'Connor first at the breakdown. She's got her hands there. Not quite. Going backwards at the moment. The visitors. The error was forced.
Yeah, look, it is a little bit scrappy at the moment, but that's because each side are putting on that equal pressure of each other. And I do think the scores potentially are going to come from like a few breakaway runs today. Like the different styles, the Combined Provinces, they're all about let's get it out wide, let's use that pace. This Welsh side are all about punchy, off the shoulder, hard hitting runs that they've been able to break through on. So, do you know what? There's no calling it at this early stage.
It's typical though, we both build it up for tries and 20 minutes in, we're still waiting for something.
Yeah, no, look, there's been real opportunities there, but it's just that final pass.
Better parity at the scrum from the provinces. Dalton. Two centres combining. Waldron and Dalton. Scuffle McCabe. O'Brien shimmies and decides it's her turn. Waldron steps in as first receiver. She goes again. Galwegians player. Nice sleight of hands from Honey. Tries to get it back. Wheels so abrasive at the moment. Scuffle McCabe asking for the forwards. Include O'Halloran. Says, give it to me. McAvoy. The step. The pass maybe let her down, which it did. But she saw a gap through the heart of that Welsh team's defence and went straight through on a penalty, but that's what we can see, and that's what it's all about.
Look, that's what she can do. Just really cute in how she plays. She sees a space, give her an inch, and she'll take a mile, and that's where they are now down the pitch. It's just getting people with her. Just that last pass. If we got a flat pass away there, we would have had a try ran in. So it is all about just this last pass. In this first 20 minutes.
She used to play a bit of sevens as well back in the day, now fully concentrating on the 15s game, and hard pushed. There's not many playing better rugby at the moment.
No, she was a standout player on that Munster side and a real leader on the pitch and in how she's playing. Just a lot of energy and commitment to the tackle, and also just looking to try any opportunity that might be there, and a really encouraging teammate as well, I hear.
Yeah, that must be so important to be, obvious to say, a great team player, but also for the cohesion of the group.
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of different leaders in there with different leadership styles, and I think, we see that as this competition has went on, with new girls coming in, very young girls, 18-year-olds in there, with older, more experienced players taking them under their wing. And look, it's performance sport. It's very competitive, but you need an environment where people are pushing each other on, but it's a safe environment where people can learn and feel and actually feel like they belong there. So look, just really good reports coming out about the culture in the group, and I think it's being shown on how these girls have been playing the last few weeks.
Yeah, and what do you think Greg McWilliams will have made of this opening 20 odd minutes?
Yeah, do you know what? I think he potentially might have been expecting it from this Welsh side. There was one point in it the last day and they ran them very, very close. And look, there's a few different combinations and different changes from that last end from the game with the Thistles. So he's wanting to see how people are playing with each other, but also he wants to see people in this environment and who is a good team player, who is good under pressure, who is someone that they see a future for within a Six Nations squad.
Yeah, and he certainly doesn't be afraid to give the youth a go. That's a good kick from one of them in Dan O'Brien, right tight on that 5 metre line. McAvoy wants to get this perfect. Doesn't happen for good competing. I think it was Charlie Mundy that was up there at the front, getting in the way. 2 second rows going hammer and tongue. The Sea of Red came out on top. Wilkins. So another chance for McAvoy to get the arrows correct.
Yeah, there's good pressure here, but the Welsh side are really putting it up within these lineouts, So I think the lineout the last day, Stuart, was proving a little bit problematic for this combined provinces side. So they just still haven't nailed or hit their stride in that particular area of the game.
Sive McGrath giving her hooker a few words of wisdom, and this time it works. O'Halloran gets it to ground. McAvoy, and the team get the legs pumping. Wales going backward at a rate of knots. McAvoy wants it. Realised there's a few opposition defenders waiting for it to gollop her up, but she did well. Hogan, next up, makes good yardage. Scuffle McCabe O'Halloran takes it well. They're edging ever closer. The combined provinces, the inside ball from Scuffle McCabe. Maybe just Nick of Arden her were on the wrong wavelength.
Yeah, look, we could see what they were trying to do there. And it can either work and be absolutely brilliant, or you can be a millimetre out and it can be frustrating for them for where they are in the pitch. But as I said earlier, they have to try these things.
She is very lively at 9, isn't she, Scuffle McCabe? It obviously didn't work the execution there, but she's always trying to probe. Joy Neville happy with that scrum. Province is putting on pressure. Where's that ball? Reardon on her own goal line. Great work to get themselves out of trouble and win a penalty. Just creeping forward there and offside.
Yeah, rightly so. They've slowed it down. Earlier they were pretty keen for the quick tap and go, but just they've soaked up a lot of pressure there, Stuart, and hopefully they can clear, but they can't.
Yeah, didn't find touch. Durkin switches the point of attack. Nick Avard, we've seen her already. She doesn't seem to stop. The engine just keeps going. O'Halloran. Durkin picks that up off the bootlaces. It's really good work from the Black Rock College player. Scuff McCabe to O'Connor. Gets the thighs going. Advantage. O'Brien must have space on a few numbers. Last pass. Doyle. She can't quite get over. Boyne revs up the engine. And they go. One more is needed. Great defence. O'Brien with the cutout ball. Waldron going backwards. But we will come back for another penalty. Joy Neville, I think, wants a word.
Yeah, like they've done well there. We just feel like this try, they're on the cusp.
And the tap and go. And I'm pretty sure it was Nick Avard. Opportunistic. And she's right over in the first try of the afternoon.
Yeah, look, just simply did what she's been doing all day. She got us down to that part of the pitch, and then she's just finished. She's just looking for that opportunity. She's a step ahead of that Welsh defence.
Yeah, got one against the Thistles. She can't stop scoring at the moment. But whenever the penalty was given, she wanted it, and away she went. No one was going to stop her.
Yeah, look, she's the standout player at the moment for this combined provinces side today, because she's taken every opportunity that's given, and she's coaxing other players on with her. You know, she's wanting that added support player coming off her shoulder. And any of these girls that have been playing with her know that this style, we could be watching a Munster game here. This is exactly how she plays for them as well.
Great work from her. From the Cork girl. As O'Brien sets herself up for the extra couple of points. Straight and true. So a good confident start from the kicking tee for Dan O'Brien.
Yeah, great. We're off the mark on the scoreboard there, just under the 30-minute mark. So hopefully we'll see this building, or it's going to be see how this Welsh side respond.
Wilkins goes against the gradient. Let's see if that try opens up things. Used to play plenty of Gaelic football, did O'Brien, and you can see she's very cultured with the left foot.
Yeah, look, it's worked for the last 2 kicks that she's put up high. They've resulted in knock-ons from this Welsh side. So I think there's a tactical element to those kicks and how they're being placed within the pitch. And I think Greg McWilliams has maybe give her a little bit of space to be creative in what she wants to do.
Must be so good for her confidence if the coach is allowing you not quite free rein, but structure, and then if she sees an opportunity, she can decide that it's up to her and do those crossfield kicks like we've seen.
Yeah, look, I'd imagine that he wants to build a team that has players that feel empowered and wants to play heads-up rugby, that they can adapt in any part of the game, whether it's pressured, whether they're winning, whether they're losing, that there's leadership there no matter what age these girls are, and we're seeing that out there today.
As we just wait, a couple of injuries, a few knocks and bumps in this half an hour of rugby. Of course, the combined provinces looking to go 3 from 3 if they come out on top today. This would be a very successful 6 weeks or so in the period of playing these couple of matches. O'Connor takes her time. Scuffle McCabe challenging that Welsh defensive line. O'Connor again. She's right at the heartbeat of this combined provinces team. Always seems to be the first carrier. O'Halloran coming from nowhere, picks a good line. Defenders must need to roll out of the way. Waldron spots a bit of space in front of her. O'Brien takes the pass quite high up. Hogan, another one playing a rugby in Old Belvedere. Nick Avard. WRU have noticed how good she is and try and keep a couple of defenders on her. Passing just not happening at the moment. Maybe one too many. McGrath says enough's enough. Gets the grunt and the hard yards. Bouncing ball is pretty greasy out there. Reardon to Terry. Lewis puts boot the ball. Durkin. Nick Avard with the goose step. Durkin drops herself on that. Shoot. Next up, second row's working hard. Bouncing ball, where is it? Into the hands of Behan. Combined provinces turn the kick into a good attacking one. Who's in there like a thief in the night? Great work. Abby Fleming. Durkin is on her travels. Needs to not get isolated. Nick Avard making sure the ball is protected. Ball just trapped in a few legs. Now it comes. Molly Boyne on the wider channels. O'Brien Good hands, Dalton and Bain. Outside centre and winger working in tandem. Hogan coming more and more into this half. As is Sive McGrath, the Cook player. Like slow motion there on Dan O'Brien. Just telling the defenders to come on to her. Nick Avard. Like a jack in the box, always revving up the wheels. Must be a good 2 or 3 minutes with no stoppage here. O'Brien, the perfectly executed kick, but they're getting our chances. WRU aren't rolling away.
Yeah, look, I just don't think the combined provinces have been able to do what they did in the previous game against the Thistles, because this Welsh side are not allowing them to do that. If you notice on the outside, their defence is really coming up hard on the outside, and that's why you're not seeing that free-flowing, wider game, and they've cut that off within the first 5-10 minutes. So they've read how the combined provinces like to play, and they're stopping them from doing that at this moment in time.
Yeah, they certainly have it all had all their own way. Maybe that's what the coaches want, a good, tough physical game and not running away with it.
Yeah, no, look, you need competitive games, and I think this is, they were expecting it from their last trip to Wales, and then them coming across now to actually see there's been some changes in that Welsh side as well, but they've got those strong experienced players still there, like the core and the spine of that team, and those are the girls that have been showing up for them today so far.
Yeah, you're right, the likes of Wilkins and Terry in that midfield. Interesting here how the provinces have lined up. Scuffing McCabe goes open side. Waldron has to check. Puts a foot in the accelerator, but she takes that extra roll, and you can hear the cheers in the pitch, very lively down there, but a penalty goes against the combined provinces.
Yeah, Stuart, like I would have wanted to see that ball just going out wide there, and there was a bit of space on the outside. There's no time with this Welsh side. Like if you're going on your own, a couple of them are going to be on you straight away, and I think that's something the combined provinces need to think about moving into a second half, about how they're playing to the edge and then moving from that.
Evans, of course, represented Wales at that Rugby World Cup in New Zealand. Did okay, got beaten by the eventual winners, the Black Ferns, in the quarter-final. He's also a qualified PE teacher. Jenna De Vera. Hard person to put down. The visitors are looking to get something before half-time. Gloucester, Hartbury, Lewis stepping up. And there she is there, acting at scrum half. To Kate Williams, playing a rugby before this in New Zealand. Swansea born, mind you. The provinces, they seem to have nicked it. So anytime they're in danger, someone comes up with a big turnover. Leinster's Christy Haney. Getting the pat in the back for her yards. O'Brien goes near side, and another breather.
Yeah, that's going to be frustrating for this Welsh development team. You know, there's still time before halftime whistle is blowing, but it's just, I know I've said it before, Stuart, this last pass from them, they're doing all the hard work, and then a ball just pops out, or there's a knock on. So I think that's something. There's still an opportunity for them now in the last dying minutes of the second half.
Mundy plucks that out of the air. And Evans uses Reardon. And the pop pass comes from De Vera. Boyne causing havoc. Ultimately, the ball's spilled. And will the combined provinces look to run it? Do have numbers, just depends which side they go. McAvoy, is she going to go all on her own? Just the 3 Welsh tacklers on her this time. Good lines of running. Shoot. Galloping down the middle of the Kingspan Stadium. The Ulster player. And here's her second row partner. Inter-Pro winner in O'Halloran. The turnover was legal. Waldron does well to get out of there. And Wilkins goes back to the day job and uses the right foot. Durkin to Bain. Chopped down by the ankles. And that is really well done. Tackle from Terry, the next defender up. It's actually the back row from Seven Sisters Club, Junek, who come in. The tap and go, they've used this ploy all 40 minutes. Reardon to Wilkins. Halfback sharing the ball. Fleming. Flying out of the line. Is that Brittany Hogan? Now, trying their luck out wide. Aoife Dalton says, don't come down my channel. Rosie Carr represented Wales at Rugby League as well. See the drive in the galoots. O'Connor coming through the middle, according to Joy Neville. King. Looks for something. But we're going to have a word, I think, the referee and Hannah O'Connor.
Yeah, look, you can see it. Both teams are a little bit exhausted there. There's been long periods of play. It's been very physical. It's probably required a lot of concentration because both of them have just been popping kicks in behind. They've been wanting to get that ball wide. You can see that there's a little bit of miscommunication. It's a bit scrappy at times, but it's going to be down to these 1% today about who gets that extra inch. And I think it's going to be quite a closely contested final result, Stuart.
Yeah, and these are big moments just before half time. You know, especially for confidence. If combined provinces can hold them out here, they'll go up with their tails in.
Yeah, look, Joy Neville's just making them aware there of discipline. We haven't seen anything really in this first half, and she probably just wants to keep it that way.
Yeah, having a word with Hannah O'Connor. O'Connor, 14 caps for her country. Fine place kicker as well from Kildare. All-round sports person, soccer GA, Camogie and GAA. Like a number of these girls seem to be able to do everything. She picks from the base. Scuffle McCabe under a bit of pressure. And Lewis returns with interest. Boyne has her well watched though. Wilkins looking for options, and Terry in close quarters. Not sure Junak wanted it. She got rid of it quickly. And Evan said, I'll have it. Nice play from Fleming to the wide. And the pacey Philpott. Here is Abby Fleming again. She's not taking a backward step. Then a Polly on the crash. Williams with the strong friend. Captain North Harbour did Williams. Seems to be enjoying being back in Wales now, though. As our team get an advantage. And what big moments in this match. Reardon happy to use the big forwards. Fleming, she's been involved plenty of times. McAvoy trying to hold that ball up. De Vera waiting with a few others. Now it is the outside centre. Combined provinces meeting far from far at the moment. Can they do the same with Fleming? Wilkins on the hands to the fullback and to the right winger, but I think she's knocked that on.
She has.
Shoot, yeah.
Yeah, she has, Stuart. Just enough pressure right out in that corner. Let's see this again.
Dan O'Brien coming out of nowhere to make that tackle. Fair play to her.
Yeah, they've been doing it all day.
We're back at it. King, is she over? She looks so close. Joy Neville has a look. Says no, she isn't. And what's that, 3 or 4 times the combined provinces have been asked to step up defensively, and they've done that.
Yeah, no, they have. Like, fair play. They've soaked up a lot of pressure from this Welsh side, and you'd imagine that we're going to kick for clearance here and finish off the game.
Yeah, the one who made that try-saving tackle. And Dan O'Brien clears our lines. Wilkins looks for something we haven't seen, the kick in behind. But O'Connor with the GA background picks that out of nowhere. Bit of showboating. Not sure it's the right option there. Durkin has to pick up the pieces. Boyne from Railway Union getting stuck in. Hogan as well. Back row have worked ever so hard. Wilkins misjudges that. We're still going in this first half.
Yeah, I thought we were going for a quick tap there. It's the gift that keeps giving, isn't it? Yeah, the combined provinces had invited a little bit of pressure on there, which they probably didn't want, and there we go.
Yeah, a long first half. Start pretty brightly for both teams, and then they're filling each other out, but the only try coming from Derwell McAvoy, the conversion from Dan O'Brien. So 7-0 to the combined provinces, who go into half-time the happier. Second half coming up shortly. Stay with us. welcome back for the second half at the Kingspan Stadium. Combined provinces, as you see there, one try to the good. Let's hope for some more, but even better attacking rugby, let's just put it like that.
Yeah, look, it's a different game than the last for the combined provinces against the Thistles, and I think it's because this Welsh side have really brought it, and they've watched how the combined provinces play their style, and they've tried to cut that out.
Yeah, as we wait, Joy Neville to get this second half proceedings underway. Just trying to see what changes we have. See how we go first. Looks to be Maeve O'Leary coming on, just with a knock on right from the off, but we'll see how she gets on the next 40 minutes.
Yeah, look, it's never the ideal start, but I'm pretty sure she will rectify that wrong pretty early on now that she's came on.
New scrum half for the Welsh development side as well. Niamh Tinman plays for Pontyclun Falcons and Cardiff Met as well. Because of that yellow card, combined provinces need a front row forward. Bit of back and forth here.
Yeah.
Molly Boyne's actually the one to get substituted at the moment. So Tinman with her first put in of the afternoon. Good scrum. Scrum half is straight into action. De Vera to your right half and looking to spread the play. Combined provinces up pretty quickly. King puts her hand up. Now he does get a wee bit of momentum. Tinman again. Second row charging and Fleming. One out runners at the moment. Williams. Wilkins with the delay on that. On to Terry. O'Leary trying to make amends for that knock on. It was her hit initially. Forced a bit of confusion. Provinces have a turnover. Scuffle McCabe. O'Leary. Looks to be Claire Bennett as well. He's on the field of play. O'Brien. Tight space to work from. She's got the ball bouncing. That's great work from Donna O'Brien. And Wales under all sorts of pressure. What a kick that was from the combined provinces, number 10.
Yeah, like that was, like we know that O'Brien can do that. It's just executing it when they need it. So look where they are now. Great start to the second half.
Yeah, Caitlin Lewis, 8 caps for her country. She won't want to see that moment again. It was probably disappointing for her there.
Yeah, look, it is the high pressure. We saw the Irish winger just putting the pressure on and pushing up.
Yeah, O'Connor on the end of a tap and go. Combined provinces looking to start this half with a bang. Scuffle McCabe to her second row and shoot. Bennett, ever so close. O'Brien, will she look to go herself? No, she uses her inside centre. Waldron. McGrath, can she get over on her first start? Needs to get a bit lower. Good battle there. There's a shot, I think, coming from the combined province attack, and they will be told to march back 10 and give away a pretty sloppy penalty.
Yeah, look, I think Joy Neville has handed out a few warnings, and we saw that yellow card at the end of the first half. So, look, that's something that she wants to cut out earlier on in this second half. Again, combined provinces right up. Hannah O'Connor, great strength, great ball carrier, as we know, took them right up there, 5 metres out. And it's just that momentum and how they're setting up to try and get over that line, Stuart. It's just a little bit confusing at the moment for them, I feel.
Yeah, and probably chances that when they look at this game later on, they'll be disappointed not to take.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference with this week. There has been opportunities, but it's just been maybe a breakdown in communication, or just that final pass, or stepping in when we should be stepping out, or just giving that ball a second earlier. And look, the great thing is all these things can be developed and made better.
Taken at the front by Monday. Told to use it. Tinman not giving her fly half, and Wilkins much choice there, but they pretty much kick it straight into touch, and that's good pressure. Chelsea Jones from the Nelson Bells will come on for the second half. So plenty of changes so far.
Yeah, and some early on, like we see Maeve O'Leary on, and also changes for that Welsh side as well. Daly is also on the field now.
Overthrow from Jess Keating. Combined provinces just need to sort their system out in defence. Timman under all sorts of pressure. Terry looking to get in the outside shoulder. Combined provinces in, like they've done a number of times in this match, over the ball. I think it was Aoife Dalton. Really difficult whenever she gets in there. Great work from the youngster.
Yeah, look, it's good to see her. She's been a little bit quieter in this game today because she's not being given that space. But you know, she's very much pushing through when she's given that inch.
Yeah, recently made her debut for Leinster in January with Jenny Murphy in the centres. So two players at very different parts of their career, both equally as good, mind you.
Yeah, and great to have a mentor like Jenny Murphy playing beside you.
Yeah, given so much to the game. Still is Jenny Murphy. O'Brien. And the power comes. What a line this is. Just forgets the ball. Does Christy Honey. Real explosive work. Honey in again with her teammates doing defensive duties. McGrath took that ball from behind her and charged. Scuffle McCabe. Will she go herself? Sive McGrath looks pretty good out there.
Yeah, you know, Sive's played well. She's been confident and comfortable out there, and she's carried strongly. We see O'Brien has chosen to kick for posts here.
Yeah, an interesting call. We've seen her kick points on this pitch. None other than that one against Scotland in the Six Nations. She does have a good boot if it is her that decides to take it, or will it go back to Dan O'Brien?
Yeah, like O'Connor's put them over from 40 metres out, so this should be a walk in the park if it is her is going to be nudging this over.
Yeah, I think she's going to leave it to the old Belvedere player. She's already kicked one conversion. Today has Dan O'Brien. See how she fares from a wee bit further out. Got 12 points to her name in the competition as a whole. Can she make it 15? Certainly high enough. Just wide. So a let off for the development Welsh side. Right call? Suppose not, because they've missed it.
Yeah, like you have to make a call either way, and they didn't feel like they were getting over the line when they've been camped up there in the Welsh team's 22. So like you have to try these things.
O'Connor just brought to the ground. Of course, the winner of the Energy All-Ireland League Women's Division with Blackrock as they beat Railway just before Christmas in that final. Getting revenge on Railway, who won it the year before. Kick over the top from Daly. He's also another one that's joined the fray. Nice touch from Dan O'Brien. Kick probably wasn't her best. Tinman just gliding. Nice feet from Williams. Taking contact. So Ugo Leary is told to leave it. Here's Gwinnett. In open field, but no momentum. And another penalty for the provinces at the breakdown.
Yeah, Stuart, look, things have been a little bit frantic there, kicking back and forward to each other, and necessarily not the best kicks. They're trying different things out. I think in those moments that slowing things down and setting things up and getting a bit of structure back into the game will stand to the combined provinces.
We can see McAvoy, she's back on. Done her 10 minutes in the bin, so back up to a full complement of players, which is good. So that ball found, took every ounce out of that touchline, but O'Brien, confidence in herself and great kick.
Yeah, look, a really good location to be in. Looking to see like a bit of set play from the combined provinces. Things have been a little bit, as we said, frantic and scrappy, and just to set things up and get a bit of momentum built again.
So she'll be itching to get going again, Nick Avard. Not our best line out throw. Bit of confusion. As Evans, like she's done all afternoon, comes out with the ball. Wilkins goes downtown, but Durkin says, I'll have a bit of that. Good pick up from Waldron. Tries to use her force. O'Connor. Nice delayed ball. McGrath. Threatening. Nickavard with the power. Finally brought down. McGrath again, but she leaves it to Boyne. Better from the combined provinces here. Hanny. Good speed of transfer. O'Leary gets in on the act. Scuffle McCabe. She wants a penalty. Will she be allowed to go quick? That's good. That's good phase work.
Yeah, like that's what we were used to in I'd say the first 20 minutes of the first half, and then the game against the Thistles. just slowing down and building that platform. And I think they'd lost that towards the end of the second half. And can we just say, Stuart, not to take away from what the effort and that the Welsh side have put in here. They've been extremely physical. How they've set up their work rate has been relentless, just working round the corner and pushing up and meeting the combined provinces in their attack. They've been cutting out so many different opportunities for them.
Yeah, and that's credit to Mike Hill, the coach of the Welsh development side, forwards coach of the national team, and was at Bath before with the academy and did 5 years with Worcester as well. Defensively, as you say, they've been right on top of the combined provinces and worked pretty hard.
Yeah, look, there's been so many opportunities for this combined provinces side, and I really hope they don't regret those missed opportunities later on, because there's 7 points in it at the moment for a lot of rugby played, and there were some tired bodies going in at half time, and I think that's why we're seeing some fresh legs on early on in the second half.
Yeah, Katie Jenkins, more fresh legs. As we await resetting of this second half.
We haven't had much time to mention the back three today. They've been working well with shipping the ball out and they've been controlling that space well, especially for the kicks that have been coming down their throats. The communications worked well, their passing's been strong. I think identifying space maybe a tiny bit earlier, because I feel like it's Dirk and we see Dealey's on now, so we'll see how that pans out down this right wing.
Yeah, Kayla Waldron looks to be patched up. She gets ready to rejoin this back line. Good story. Was actually playing a rugby in Australia, and last year was sending videos herself to the coaches and seems to be back and in with the IRFU now.
Yeah, look, women's sport, you have to be your own cheerleader sometimes, and people need to be able to see what you're doing. So if there's not a visible platform there, you need to create it yourself.
Nick Avard. It's scrappy. The ball is still there for her team. O'Connor uses the feet. Well, she looked to offload it. Not this time. Scuffle McCabe. O'Brien. Dalton. Waldron. Durkin's lovely hands. Dealey cutting back inside. Was nice hands, but probably across the pitch.
Yeah, look, they had time to creep across and to cut out that threat, that flat ball. We've seen it from both teams today. It hasn't proved to either of their advantage at different times.
Linda Dugang will come on. And a good reception from Sid McGrath and Christy Hannay. Also Nevo Dowd. So all changing that front row.
Yeah, I think the girls that have just went off have put in a good innings there. It'll be good to see what happens next in this scrum, and will the Welsh be ready? They're bringing on their recruits as well.
Yeah, good reception for Sive McGrath on her first start. Fair play to her.
Yeah, look, she'll be really happy, and a lot to take away from it, and hopefully it was enjoyable for her today.
O'Dowd and Dugang just getting themselves set alongside Nick Avard. Must be interesting, 5 metres out coming on for your first scrum.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you get your opportunity, it's showtime, isn't it, Stuart? And I think no one's taken for granted within this selection. They all know what the management and the coaches want to see. They're picking a Six Nations squad, and every one of these girls wants to be on that.
Yeah, Dugang heavily involved last year Scored a great try in that opening game against Wales. Has over 20 caps for Ireland. Played a rugby in France as well with a Romat, but now back with the old Belvedere. Of course, a club she played for before she moved to France. Seems to be enjoying being back there.
Yeah, look, Linda's a phenomenal player. Great power and speed, really passionate, and she'll bring a lot to this team on the front row, and she'll be wanting back again this year to be playing Six Nations rugby.
Free kick. O'Connor taking no prisoners. Straight through. Has she got that ball down? No. Just been held up. Joy Neville very quickly on that. And the right call, but a good one.
Yeah, look, Hannah O'Connor took no time with taking that quick tap and go. Joy seemed to have eyes on straight away.
Yeah, Melissa Jonak getting right in there. The open side flanker, making sure that ball was held up. Looks like Ella Durkin, her afternoon's over. Elsa Hughes on as well. So a change at 9. Nick Avard with the nimble footwork once again. Jugang, her first real carry, and the explosiveness from Linda Jugang. Dalton. Scuffle McCabe out the back door. What hands that was to Dealey. Still here for the combined provinces. She's back up at 9 is Scuffle McCabe. Niamh O'Dowd running hard and straight. O'Brien has to pick that up. Hughes looking for options. Claire Bennett on the outside. Hughes digs. Jugang with a couple of bodies all around her. Great power. Hughes picking up the tempo. The step inside. And the second try. And really well worked for the combined provinces and fully deserved.
Yeah, look, I've watched Waldron do that step in about 5 times already today, and that has really paid off for her there. As watch her taking the ball, little step, works hard, pushes through, great turn, and gets her reward.
Yeah, very good from the inside centre. Backed herself and used her power and got over.
Yeah, she's an inside centre that traditionally likes a lot of contact, and that's what you want when you're within those 5 metres and the ball's coming out to you, that you back yourself and you're getting over that whitewash.
So a bit of extra breathing space for Greg McWilliams' team. Not her best, so it'll stay 12 points to 0.
Yeah, I don't think you can see from the screen, but it's a lot windier out there, and we can actually hear the rattling of the goalposts here at Kingspan this evening, so maybe that has something to do with it.
So well on their way, making it 3 wins from 3. This development side, no doubt, won't give up in this last quarter or so, and that's a good restart. Actually, there was plenty of space and she kicked it there.
Yeah, again, I always think it's interesting at this point in the game with a lot of different changes being made. What I did notice, Elsa Hughes coming on, and the speed of that ball coming out had just sort of ignited a little bit more of a response from those combined provinces players, and we saw that with the try that was scored.
Yeah, she does that injection of pace, as you say. She's in barking orders. There's Elsie Hughes. O'Brien, one of her better kicks. Terry will have to get back. Is the ball just rolling that one extra wee bit too far? Just over the try line, wasn't a touchdown.
Yeah, look, they've got the pace on the outside, this combined provinces side, so they're going to try that and to put it up to this Welsh team. But here we have a dropout, and we'll see how the combined provinces set this up.
Second bouncing ball, O'Dowd deals with it rather comfortably. Then the error comes. There will be space. Jugang on Katie Carr. Two front row colliding. Bit lateral at the moment. O'Leary knows exactly what she was doing. She's not going to get away with that.
Yeah, no, she was just attempting to play on the fringes there. And it didn't pay off.
Made her debut for Ireland a couple of years ago against the USA. O'Leary comes from Ballina, plays for Blackrock as well. Banker ball to the front. Tinman. Wales go into centre field. Wilkins. Terry. She's one of the best backs for the visitors. Kicked away once more. Scuffle McCabe, she's now playing at fullback. Daly uses her right foot. Good hands. Evans, she is quick. Enterprising rugby here. Good dummy from Carr. Boyne says, get out of my channel. Jugang looking for the counter. Joy Neville just getting in the way, and we'll reset with a scrum.
Look, that was a really nice passage of play from the Welsh development side. They've been building on that the entire game, and they were really carrying with purpose there and knew what they wanted to do. I do think we potentially will see a score or two from them before the end of this match. You know, the changes they've made have benefited them, and the intensity in the work rate has definitely upped.
I suppose looking ahead to the Six Nations, like for Ireland, it's 3 wins they'll be looking at.
Yeah, you'd definitely be wanting to hit Italy, Scotland and Wales. We know what happened last year, that Welsh side, very dominant, very physical. The likes of Jazz Joyce on that squad, and she scored a cracking try in the corner, and the Welsh side ended up winning that. So look, there's revenge out there in the Six Nations, but that's definitely what Greg McWilliams will be targeting for this competition this year.
Yeah, you named Jazz Joyce and Lisa Newman as well, so plenty of players even not out there today for the development team that will cause Ireland problems in a month's time in Cardiff, no doubt.
Yeah, 100%. Look, as is a lot of different experienced players that aren't out there for the Irish squad as well. So look, as I said the last day, Greg McWilliams is going to have a bit of a headache, but this is, you know, blooding players for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And I think that's important, that there's only so many players you can take in a Six Nations squad, but this competition is giving them the opportunity to be in this environment early on.
This time the free kick goes the way of the WRU. Wilkins pins the ears back. Haven't seen too much of her going to the line, but she decided that time she would, and the outcome's good. So they have a penalty, and their tactic is to go when ready. Evans, O'Leary, put her back in her place. King goes out the back. Chugan coming in, and the knock on is there. What can the combined provinces do here? Hughes goes open side. O'Connor, O'Brien going through the hands. Dalton, and now it's put onto the foot.
Yeah, look, the WRU development team will be frustrated there because there was a lovely passage of play. They were really bringing it to the combined provinces side, and then just a knock on, you know. So look, they are well capable of getting parked down there in their opposition's 22 and making something happen, but it's just, again, those last passes and maybe a breakdown in communication. The combined provinces seem to be doing enough, Stuart, to be able to kind of quell that pressure at different times from their opponents, and they're right back up the pitch again.
As you can see, conditions are tricky. Wind is pretty strong. Jenkins doesn't stop her at the set piece, and that's a good line out. Haven't seen too much of De Vera. When she goes, she does look pretty powerful. Pass comes over the top. Terry didn't expect it. Wilkins feeding her scrum half. Tinman jumping through the tackle is Williams. Evans acting at first receiver, and there is space here. But O'Connor and her teammates aren't allowing any inches, particularly at the ruck. Evans charges across the middle of the park. And the skip ball, what's the bounce like? It's pretty scrappy at the moment. Tinman looks for a snipe herself with the high tackle. But it is a bit side to side.
Yeah, it is. I think both teams are looking for opportunities and playing off both sides and seeing where their space is. There's not a lot of space, so that's what's making it difficult for them. We were chatting about Joy Neville earlier, Stuart. I think she's had great control over the game, and the discipline has been outlined early on. But what's great to see also, I can see over in the stands, is an up and coming referee here in Ulster, Caitlin Fisher, and it's something that the Referee Society are doing more of, bringing younger referees in to see how other referees referee on big days like this.
Yeah, so important to our game, to say the obvious, and to keep referees very much growing and learning all the time. As Caitlin Fisher watches on. One day she could well be out there refereeing, as you say. Good strip in the tackle. First defender is in, getting isolated, and ultimately Combined Provinces win a penalty, and McAvoy, as he's done all afternoon, goes straight through the heart. Does look to be struggling there. Boyne seems to pick that up off the toes. Not going forward in this instance. Hughes. And there's a good line. Plenty of pace. Step inside. Going to go all the way. Wafer. What a try. The substitute. Pinned the ears back. Sidestep. Dancing over the line.
Yeah, take your rest, AFO Wafer, because, you know, you deserve it. Honestly, she turned on the burners there. Go, 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 backed herself, little step in. The support player was there, Elsa Hughes. She didn't need her. She kept going. Elsa Hughes quite smart there and being strategic and getting in the way of the number 21 from the Welsh side. But excellent try, excellent energy. And it's just what this game needed, isn't it, Stuart?
Yeah. Showed her the outside and really put the foot down, and then the sidestep to finish it off.
Yeah, look, great to see her back after injury. Really exciting young player, and you can see there really strong, really fast, intelligent play. But we knew where that came from earlier on the other side of the pitch. McAvoy again, you know, she got her 10-minute rest, but I knew we'd see her popping up, creating opportunity again later in the game.
Yeah, Wafer getting her Irish debut last year at Musgrave Park against Italy. Really kicking on. And that's better from O'Brien. Getting the kicking. Shoes back on. 19-0. So it is game over, you were as you expect. But like, great to see another good score.
Yeah, and it's great to see someone coming off the bench and bringing that intensity and that excitement into this match, and that's what Greg McWilliams wants to see when he's emptying a bench, that there's players going on and they're adding value to that team.
Tricky one to take for Chute. But she gets back and makes sure the ball is safe. Hughes scoops it up and finds the safety of the touchline.
Yeah, look, Fiona Chute's put in a massive shift today, and we didn't get to mention it earlier, but like a couple of really good breakaways there, good striding it out, and it's great to see her getting so much game time within these matches.
Yeah, of course, used to play in the backs, and then Belvedere staff moved her into the forwards and seems to have worked an absolute treat.
Yeah, like 100%. She's really athletic and strong. So, like, whether she's out in the wing centre or in second row, she's bringing value to this team.
De Vera gets up and away she goes. Good hands from Fleming, but O'Dowd has pretty stout defence there. King, good work from the substitute Philpott. Combined Provinces scrambling. McAvoy penalised. De Vera on her own at the moment. Can the visitors get something? Might be a consolation. They've worked hard. And the tight five are still in there. They look for a peel. A metre from that line. One more step. But again, held up. Both sides held up over the try line a couple of times.
Look, this Welsh side know what they want here. They want to come away with points on the board.
Very clear with their instructions, Joy Neville. Back defending are the provinces. Passing still in close quarters. Williams, Wilkins to Terry. Has the outside winger. But again, combined provinces sticking to their systems. And Daly had her work cut out, but she got across.
Yeah, like you could hear the call there, hammer, and that is get across, work hard, and they got that cover tackle in.
I suppose Greg Williams, he'll be delighted if they keep the opposition scoreless.
Yeah, 100%, because like this Welsh side could have been in potentially 2-3 times already during this game.
Nick Avard, O'Connor, big line out to win, and Dugang with a bit of impetus, takes plenty of tacklers to bring her to the deck. O'Brien to Terry, who's back at full back, sucking in defenders, and then gets the pass to Philpott from Landolph North club in Wales. Williams not stopping. Terry didn't have any teammates, so had no choice. Finnegan, but forgets to bring the ball.
Yeah, that just didn't seem organised from the Welsh side. And that is the final whistle.
Yeah, as you say, a final whistle. So 3 wins from 3 from the combined provinces. Pretty impressive tournament. And a pretty impressive day in the end, even if it was a struggle at times.
Yeah, look, they're still... Maybe we're being particularly harsh, but they've came away 19-0. I think we just know the potential that's in this side, having seen some of their other games. But look, they're going to be really happy with that. And there's lots of learn-ons, but also a lot to take from that game that are positives.
Yeah, and particularly now, 3 from 3. That means they've won this Celtic Challenge. They'll be pretty delighted, and rightly so.
Yeah, look, it's a chance for them to put their stall out early on and bring that winning momentum into the Six Nations. There's a lot to say about a winning side, and it can turn into a bit of a habit, and hopefully it does, Stuart.
Yeah, and I suppose lastly, just heading into the Six Nations, you know, this will definitely bring that winning mentality as you spoke on, and hopefully bigger and better things to come.
Yeah, look, from last year's Six Nations squad, there'll be a lot of different changes, a lot of new faces, players potentially coming back from the Premier 15s, and there's a lot of competition there. But again, Greg McWilliams is building a bigger, broader picture in the squad that he wants, and the players and the depth and the pool that he wants to pick from for the future.
Well, Eliza, it's been an absolute pleasure. Final score here at the Kingspan Stadium. It's a good win for the combined provinces, 19 points to 0 against the Welsh Development 15.